everyone. How are you doing? How do you think I delete the second one? Whatever. This is defended lobby, alright, but there's no defend. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she? Where's Emma, for that matter? Almost seems been happening behind the scenes. Edgeworth. Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 7777777 ID number is, that is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt we'll... What is he gonna pull on us? After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right? The chief prosecutor Sky will be found guilty. But she didn't do it. Figured you said as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. Oh, but yesterday you didn't want to talk. Like when I was in your office, you were like, no, we can't talk. Talk to me in court. But now you want to talk. As usual, I've been... The first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is right out of her. The truth. Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. You don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. You're in court, right? Debate. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gaunt has on her, it's now. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally, this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. Before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Oh boy. Keep going. Just manifested. Morning folks, how's everyone doing? Hey OG, been back to the pool yet? No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is it? Lana, that is to say the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to... Wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. She talked to her lawyer first. Again, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Can't we object to that? What's this all about, defendant? I'd like to make one simple request and I'll be fit. Well then, what's your request? Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? Your Honor, my lawyer is too... Get to it. I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana!
Objection!
Count. Your Honor, defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright. I no longer require your services. Hey bestie, don't we love Lana Sky? Sure do. Should have objected to whatever chief of police did. But Lana, Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through their testimony and circumstantial evidence. Yeah, she's being blackmailed, that's what she's doing. Being thrown under the bus. But it's like she has no sense of self-preservation about it. It's like, this is fine. Nobody has to know why I'm like this. I would like you to render your verdict now if you please. Well, the defendant has the right to self-representation. Her request is legally valid though, although this is unprecedented. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial, but if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise. This can't be happening. Come on, Edgy. Come on, Edgeworth. You want to know. What's going on. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant.
Objection!
Yeah. No, that's too unsatisfying. One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now, Wordy. I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, huh? That's our goat. Yes. I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gat. Character development from our boy Edgeworth, for real. So true. What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes? Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Kind of deal, huh? Not everyone operates as you do, Wordy. Okay, I just want to say, you know, like last stream I was talking about how those glasses are the exact same color as Emma's, which we know are luminal glasses. I think he's wearing those, but like in his case, now that we were sus, I'm like, is he making sure he's checking behind himself to make sure he's leaving no traces of blood? That's the vibe. Hi, baby. Because like he has, okay, let's be honest, like his character design, it complements it very well, but knowing what you know about him, wearing pink is like, that's the only pink thing. It's a pretty well color balance, like it sticks out. Also, baby mentioned, tell whichever baby I said hi. Well, both of them, so you both get to say hi. Will disappear because stuff, but Chris' stream still say Patreon. God dang it. Thank you. I'll go change that. I was too locked in on. I was too locked in. I was too locked in on my toxic you. There we go, thank you. Listen, it happens, we get it. It's like days worth of extra work a week. I managed to do it somehow. I'm allowed to be a little out of sorts. Well, babies are currently trying to get into my lab. Hold on. Trying not to cause an incident. Alright, what next, buddy? What next? Okay, he left. You won. Good that you're avoiding spoilers for when I force you to play the game. Yes. And get live reaction of me playing the Spanish version, dying of the fun. That sounds some kind of deal, huh? Not everyone of person. I thought so. To honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh? To whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. Request the court hears her testimony. What? Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. Then, picking up some of Phoenix's habits and gets library. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, It would be an even greater tragedy if whoever wants eyes from it. Very well. Court shall grant the court shall grant the prosecution. These two have learned. They know now that when I start talking at my computer, I'm gonna just be sitting there and I can't pet them. They're taking advantage of me. You know, it's free pets for a couple of hours. They've learned. Yeah. That's okay with you, right, Chief? Yes, I love you. I don't think you let me in, I'll pay them for that time. Yeah, I don't think they'll let you. They know what they want. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Forty. You'll live to regret this. Mark my word. Oh, not if we get your ass in jail, man. What you gonna do about it from jail? So like, were they sitting there together? Cause him and Lana were like both there. Go to be a cat getting pets. This Emma Sky, please take the stand. Looks like Edward has decided to take the horse by the reins. Good for you. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Emma Sky. My occupation, I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest. Forget about that though. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edward, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Yes, it most certainly is. Well, okay then. Name and occupation stated. Yes, we celebrate. My occupation is sister. Rare moment for the witness to cooperate with Edward. He sure gave it fast. Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. Why couldn't you just say whatever? Judge folds so easily for Edward, it will never not be funny. He can't just say nah and it works. And he learned the nah from Phoenix. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. Years ago. Oh, it's gonna be interesting to cross-examine Emma. Like she's on our side. That's the truth. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. The good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out. I don't remember much. Okay, I'm sorry, babe. understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. He's only running on the fact that he knows. Very well. Defense may begin its cross-examination. But before we get more into the thick of it, here's a fun fact. Japanese edition. Most of the lawyers and ace attorney use watashi as their first person pronoun. There are some exceptions though. Apollo Justice, the one with the horns, uses ore, and Francisca uses takushi. Nice. Taking a leaf out of... Yeah.
Hold it!
2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct? Yes. He was second in command under then chief of police. My sister. She was the best detective ever. Yes, I remember. Judy Chief Gant and Mrs. Sky used to be quite the pair. I believe they shared the same office. That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. Wanted to play that day too. Police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day. Anna promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. And came running in into the hostage.
Hold it!
A man. Yes, Joe Dark. Was a serial killer. Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of that ceremony. We're desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest. When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right? Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. Must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Sky and Gant's office. There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him.
Hold it!
What was the prosecutor doing there? That day, there were 2 people present during Dark's questioning. Deputy Chief Damon Gant, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Almost forgot about Gant. How could you? Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony. I assumed that would also be why he was the first to run after Dark. When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead. That's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in. I don't clearly remember what happened then. But
Hold it!
can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then, the lights went out. The lights? It's just about this time of year. terrible storm going on and lightning struck nearby. The electricity went out just like here. Wait a minute. It was pitch dark in that room. You shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? Right, but just then, lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of my mind. Steve told the detective about what I saw then. The detective? Yes, Detective Goodman was in charge of the case. Who's Goodman? The victim. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago. Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial. You told Detective Goodman about what you saw? Yes, but at the time the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. Picture, yes. I think she mentioned that before. Also, we have it. Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard it up? Picture, the witness room. I believe it has a very important meaning.
Objection!
The list of evidence I was giving 2 years ago didn't continue. Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony? Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it!
May I show it? A picture of the scene you witnessed, right? Yes, I wanted to do everything I could to help with it. I can still see it now whenever I close my eyes. That's strange. I took over the case after Prosecutor Marshall died. Yet I never received any pictures. Perhaps the witness is mistaken? But I did draw it, I swear. I'm not just imagining it. Picture that Emma drew, that reminds me. I guess I should check the evidence. Well, anyway, let's continue. Seeing that imprinted an image in your mind. Can you please describe it to me? And okay, let's press this.
Hold it!
It must have been a real shock. Even now, when I close my eyes, I can still see it just as. Tell us, what were you doing at that moment? I believe you testified that Joe Dark was holding you hostage. When lightning struck and the lights went out, Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. I was thrown aside and the two began wrestling each other. Pretty sure I was watching them. Matt doesn't have any reason to lie. But Lana sure does. I need to get Emma to tell me as much as she about this as we can. Oh wait, time for that picture.
Objection!
Mr. Edgeworth. The little girl put all of her heart into drawing that picture. Yet you would insist on denying it. Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. That was so mean. Do we think Emma has gone to therapy over this? Or I get the feeling. Like, some characters it's pretty obvious they don't do therapy. Like, I don't think Edgeworth ever goes. Or because he's not honest or something. But I feel like Emma, or maybe Edgeworth went as a child too. I feel like if you're a child and like this happens, like people will be a bit more insistent about it. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor of that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold, this is the evidence list for the SL9 incident. Please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn it over. Turn. Ah, what's this? Yes, what is that? Hey, that's it. That's the picture. It's so obvious and clear. I don't know why any of you are like, yeah, that's not. I don't know. Don't know what I'm looking at. Like to clear. 8. 2 men appear to be wrestling.
Objection!
What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Yeah, funny story. Everyone hates Emma's art. Shake my head. Huh? These lists, they're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence lists you have were handed to you, but incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other. How did you not notice? So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 3 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case ever reached. What? What? Order. Oh no, I just noticed something super curious. Look. That looks like vaguely the shape of the badger. Been there all along. See this? Him. Right here. Vaguely in the shape of the blue badger, you say. Oh no. That's not. Oh no. That's relevant. He hunts everyone. But Mrs. Carr, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list? Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me the questioning, Your Honor. Oh, that's weird. Wait a minute. This list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor. Alright, Mr. Red, your eyes are bulging from your head. Don't say that. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Yes, that's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth. It's possible. Let's see. Something wrong? Do you even have to ask? Sorry, Your Honor. He's over it. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. It's that thing. Oh my god. Oh my god. My timing was way funnier than I meant. That thing. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room. Act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives. I guess he was out of scrap paper. Evidence list restored and updated. No, I have to look at it. I'm sorry. I look at it. Amazing. Why did he do that? That's why I said it was fine to hint, it was relevant when it would be revealed 10 seconds later. But, like, you see it, right? Like, the thing behind the judge, like in the wood. That looks vaguely like the blue badger, too. Why did bro draw that? Yeah, seriously. Very well, witness. Will you please testify about this picture you drew? Huh? Oh, yes, sir, your honor. What's wrong with Emma? She is taken in by the blue badger that was added to. Seems to be thinking about something when she had the picture. I wonder if this was something. This is a picture I drew 2 years ago. They could have like given us a gun and just put the picture. Flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. Cause like pretty obvious this is the top of the window. Chief Cat just added a blue badger. But, oh wait! He added that because he was hiding something. Added that on top of something. Flash of lightning was so bright all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. I think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. That's true, my baby. Thanks to that though, was able to show us exactly what she saw. But I don't see any contradictions here. Clearly shows Clark about to murder prosecutor Neil Marshall. Speaking of trauma, I think I have some of that because of something that happened earlier today. Oh no! Defense may now begin its cross-examination. It's not something you can talk about on stream. You can DM me about it because now I'm curious.
Hold it!
You drew out this picture right after the incident. I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. And say it, okay, share with us. At first, I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything. During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge under the direction of Damon Gant and Lana Sky. For 3 days later, memory should still have been fresh in her mind. Excuse me, witness. Can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black?
Hold it!
By the time you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue? No, I couldn't see him clearly. Oh, that's interesting. The lightning was so bright and I was knocked to the floor. When knocked to the floor, Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around. That's when the lightning flashed. And we conveniently don't see the top of the moon. Poor Emma, I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. When I say that, I mean that while I was at work, someone dropped and shattered a wine bottle. I'll make my heart fucking race like it started pounding and I just couldn't stop thinking about the car crash. Oof. Yeah. It makes sense. Anybody would have off of that. Both physical and mental. You okay though? Now, I mean, what happened after the lightning flash?
Hold it!
And you didn't see the actual murder take place. DSC confirmed, shake my head. Very unfortunate to be had when I hear glass shattering. It's okay. Hopefully it means that by exposure therapy you'll get over it faster. No, I'm sorry.
Objection!
Flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Hopefully. Yeah, like the important thing for recovering from trauma like this is to like associate like basically having like hearing glass shatter at your job, like you're physically safe. So the more you hear it, the more you'll be like, oh, it's fine, nothing's gonna happen to me because nothing happened to me last time. Should help. Even though, like, you know, sounds like a funny thing. Like, yeah, it's a good thing that your job breaks glass every week. The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness. Exposure therapy is like that. Yeah, like avoiding it. It just feeds your anxiety. You really need to torture this girl any further. What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. Anyway, this picture.
Hold it!
Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw? Of course, this is the exact scene. I'm like, can I see the actual paper? Hold it in my hands. Turn it backwards and like just look at it through the light. You should be able to see what was there. Like just draw the front. But no, yeah, it happens a lot because customers are clumsy. Yeah, it's funny, like being older and knowing that like stores don't actually care, because like when you're a child you're just like, oh shit, I dropped something, they're gonna charge me and they're gonna put me to jail for this. But then you're an adult and it's like, why did your parents just make you believe that? Because like, for like honest mistakes. Because it's like, yeah, I shattered a bottle in front of someone by accident. She was just like, it's fine, leave it there. Wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detective.
Objection!
Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, right? No, of course not. I'd better watch out or he might find some way to cut my salary. I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detective, so I don't think anyone's story would have... One time someone messed up big time and an entire pallet of wine broke and you could smell it through the entire store. It was so much wine. Oh my god. Mr. Wright, there's something that's bothering you about this picture. Huh? Oh, well. That's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind. Yet, there's clearly a contradiction here. Wait, what? notice that he's facing forward and he was stabbing him.
Objection!
I wonder what could possibly be the contradiction and how much can we ignore the blue elephant in the... Yeah, wonder. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday. Mr. Wright. Perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture predicts the autopsy report?
Take that!
I think. Oh, come on. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. The act of making an innocent girl cry should warrant the death penalty. Yeah, that was uncalled for. I pointed to the wrong place. Don't go insulting her drawing for this. Oh my god.
Take that!
This is painful. You made her cry. Jail for 10,000 years. Come on, am I gonna lose all my points here because I can't point? I know what's wrong with it.
Take that!
Oh, come on. What's wrong with it? Stop it. Painful. Must be looking at it from the wrong angle.
Take that!
Oh, okay, I made it. The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see its tip is broken. Phoenix? Phoenix. Buddy. We are noticing very different things about this drawing, I think. I love how you were just not on that track. Oh my god. I would just save because what the hell? Oh, what is this? This game. Game. Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright. So, Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon, the tip is broken too. Hey, I got there, that's what matters. If I recall. The tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body. It was a conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma.
Objection!
Where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem? It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. The victim was only stabbed once. Then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. Ah, what's the meaning of this? Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand.
Objection!
Yeah, and how did the piece get in there? Huh? Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body, almost like it was placed there. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there. That's right, but what does this mean?
Objection!
The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken.
Objection!
That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time. Who's saying her drawing sucks now? I'll be honest with you guys. I was like, oh hey, look, the knife is square. I assume that's just how she drew. But she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency. It means Edgeworth is about to get in more trouble. Yeah.
Objection!
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence. Creating on thin ice, right? All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was for... Yeah, mouse. Come on, mouse, work. Can't deny the possibility. No. Order, order, order. Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted? I mean, they already admitted to that. Honor. Allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. Police department and the prosecutor's office were in ceremony. You're receiving the King of Prosecutor Awards. Prosecutor Award at Young Marshal questioned Joe Dark along. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. Lana has not been useful at all in this trial, but one thing she did make clear was that she falsified evidence in Dark's trial. Yeah. Your Honor, the defendant keeps lying. And yet this one thing she was very honest about. Like, we never found this falsified evidence. But she admitted it exists, so curious. Tell from problem for I believe that somewhere in this story there is a lie. Hey chat. Chat, what's up chat? I'm not lying. Man really was holding up a broken knife. Yeah, we believe you. That's true. And there's no other way around it. 2-minute tasks have been putting up for just got done. Yay, congratulations. We love to hear it. Could not have been the actual murder. There must have been another broken knife. Bro, come on. You're not really saying this. You're not really saying this instead of they inserted the tip of the knife inside the body. What are the chances of there being two broken knives? Another broken knife beside Joe Dark's. There have been one? No way. Missing. Or was it a screwdriver? Why do we even have that? Oh my god. I got it. Oh my god. You're joking. They're not really. They're not really. I mean, it's the fencing. Oh my god, they are doing. Okay. Oh my god, okay. If the witness is this, why is there a real knife in that thing? Why? Why would you do that? Who designed this? If the witness is this adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can just be explained away by simple observational error. That's right. It's a trophy. It's a stupid trophy. It has a knife in it. And that's the knife they're using. And the fencing is because, like, in one case, somebody fell on the fence and they were like, oh yeah, he got stabbed by a lance. Game. In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife. I assume then that you have some information about this other broken knife. So stupid. I can't believe we're doing this. No, Tails knows about the fence. Pretty sure. If so, please feel free to enlighten us. Man, why is my mouse not working? Murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. Oh my god. Oh my god. If anything's broken here. Ooh. Huh? Sure, this must all be. Oh, come on. I'm right, damn it. I'm right, you're just picky. Stupid. The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the. I showed the right thing. Showed the right thing. You can't be doing this. The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside this picture. All the points wasted because of pictures. It's so true. The picture of the award ceremony. Ah. What is it, Mr. Edward? It's the broken murder weapon. Where is that knife, huh? I would love to know where they hide it. Notice the word prosecutor marshal is. That's a broken knife. As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this apartment. Why is that a thing that you get? Oh my god. Order. Your marshal was awarded King of Prosecutors that day. It's such a stupid direction to go. This is why this series is. As an award, he was given this broken shield and knife. Chase left to Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. A prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. The knife was the only weapon he had in this mission.
Objection!
But that can't be. Like, logically, can they not check if the murder weapon really is the murder weapon? Like, the autopsy can tell that. Come on. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edward? Because if the king of prosecutors or knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? So they can only check that if it's the fingerprint of the gun, nothing else, for some reason. You mean in this game, right? Like, not in reality? I'm talking about real life. Like, especially when, you know, one of the... Like, this not even the same shape. This is clearly thicker. In real life, no, yeah, you can check that, yeah. Look, they even have, like, I don't know if this was on purpose, but they even have a stupid lens here, like, as if to hint to remember that case with the fence. I mean, this man raising a knife would have been prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh. Oh. But the prosecutor was the one who actually died. Yeah, isn't that curious? That's true, what's going on here? Seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. Wait, I remember now. I remember everything. Yes? Mr. Edward. What is it? You show me your evidence list again, please. This list? One with that picture scribbled on the back? Does she remember what was there? I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it. Oh, okay, Blue Badger was there, I guess. What? You drew that? That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew it. Blue Badger was there, I guess. It was just fine. Parking music. I love that they were just like, yeah, Chief Get would do this and they didn't question it. All this time I've been trying so hard to forget. Must have left this part away deep inside me. Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you recall, Mrs. Sky? Yes, Your Honor. First, a knife mix-up, and now the Blue Badger? This should be interesting. Tell me. Emma's recollection. When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards the both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the Blue Badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw his shadow. Question mark? What? Buddy, why were you there? I can't believe we still haven't, like, talked about this. This case is so long, it's just as long as the entire rest of the farm. I check how many videos I have. I'm not seeing. I thought we don't have a floor plan at the office again. This is certainly most unusual.
Objection!
Try impossible. Chief of Detective hadn't even designed him until this. That would mean he didn't even exist to you. Yes, well, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. Hold it. Stop, please. Don't pursue this any further. Oh boy. Anna. What's the meaning of this? Been seated in the defendant's chair. Curious. But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that? You prosecutor's guy? We've already come this far. Would like to turn back. Silence. The defense will now begin its cross-examination. Bailiff, please detain the defendant. Seems we're finally getting to the core of the matter.
Hold it!
You say that man, I assume, referred to Joe Dark? Yes, at least I think it was him. Think? All I could really see were shadows. The power outage I immediately preceded the event. Also documented in the prosecutor's office report. Then you...
Hold it!
Why would you do something so dangerous? What else could I have done? I was about to stab Mr. Marshall. Convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife. But as we've just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife. Well, I didn't know that at the time. When that dark guy knocked me down, all I could think was, I've got to help that other person. Wait, Ma.
Hold it!
What do you mean, you think? It all happened so fast, and I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. But I did, all kind of a group. I was almost killed before she was witness to a murder about to take place. With so much happening in a matter of seconds, a little disorientation. I saw the man about to stab the other person who I thought was Mr. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife. It was very brave, young girl, but then what happened? I should probably say. I had 2 more points, but I only have 1 chance. Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badge. Are you sure about this? Of course. See? I even drew a picture of him here. But it was the chief of detectives who thought of this video. There was just this blue badger didn't exist. All quite verifiable. I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling I'd seen him before. Now I finally remember. Oh brother, just when you thought that thing had caused enough commotion. Tell us, where in the room did you see him dancing?
Hold it!
Shadow? Probably a shadow of something else. So you mean you didn't actually see his face with his winning smile and all? That's right, but I still remember it. That tree creeped the horn.
Objection!
This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed.
Objection!
That may well be. It what's important was cause her to think she saw what she did. Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation. So then by all means, please tell us what the shadow really was. What was it Emma saw when she... and that lightning... is this badger? Oh. Blue Badger hadn't even been dreamt up when Emma drew. Yet she's certain she saw his shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense's belief that on that fateful day 2 years... Can I figure this out? Of course I can. Always the Phoenix right answer. Oh, yeah. There indeed was something that looked similar to the Blue Badger. Something that's now sitting in this very room. Right. This room, very well, Mr. Wright. What is it the witness saw in that instant? Please show us that mysterious Blue Badger look-alike.
Take that!
Don't worry about where I got this. Don't worry why it's glued back together. Mysterious Blue Badger was in fact this. But that's, what exactly is that? I believe it's some sort of jar. But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the Blue Badger. Indeed, it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Our viewpoint. Time, oh my god, there's gonna be some shit to read. Got to show them the correct angle to look at this. Okay. Oh, come on. Why are you so difficult? Not good enough. Suffering. Please. Oh, I can just...
Take that!
Oh, I messed up.
Objection!
Yeah. Stop it! What are you doing over there? Not only is it not food time, that's not even the right doors. Gotta reset the moment you mess it, by the way, okay? Come here with me instead. Yeah, you're purring. I'm not... Like... Just stay here with me. Whenever she's naughty and she knows she's naughty, she starts purring. She's like, look, I'm so cute. I'm so cute. You can't be angry that I did something I'm not supposed to do. And it works. Like, I'll be honest, it works. The cat is here for emotional support, for getting away, or both. Yeah. Yeah. Like this. I just realized I had like one and they didn't take it. I mean, I'm not complaining. Oh my god, is it this precise? How precise do they want this? um... Incredibly, oh no. I can't actually reset it, you know, I don't have like a reset button. That's why I said if you mess up you have to reset it. By reset it just means and there again. Okay, okay. The moment I was alluding to the entire time, by the way, if you couldn't tell.
Take that!
No? Okay.
Objection!
I wish I wouldn't insult you every time you mess up. Oh, oh, oh.
Take that!
Oh, come on, that was it.
Objection!
That was right. I'm getting closer.
Take that!
Ah, come on.
Objection!
Yeah, that was right. It's just very finicky. Okay. At least they're not like cutting points, because I would definitely.
Take that!
Oh my god, okay. Well, is this a miracle or what? A little more stuff needs. Yeah, I got it. I got there. I got there. I mean, I feel like I presented the same thing 3 times, but I got there. more than a miracle. Unhinged. Seriously. Well, is it a miracle or what? I bet the chief of detectives saw the doodle and was like, hey, that gives me ideas. No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the badger. It's not even a badger, it's like a guy. A little jester. No, it can't be. Order, order. Evidence has proven its claim. The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually...
Objection!
Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? That badger thing was actually just a jar. Now you know why that song triggers fight or flight for anyone who has played the game. It wasn't so bad, like whatever I struggled with earlier. Like day one. I forget, what was I struggling with? That doesn't change in...
Objection!
I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Miss Edgeworth. See, this changes everything. It was the muffler, wasn't it? Struggle with. Head. It was a stream you weren't there, so I couldn't even ask you for. At least 10 minutes for me to figure out how to get the angle right, by the way. I didn't calculate how long did it take me. Yeah, you weren't there. You would never let me suffer. Eat very well, then please tell us. What's different now that we know the witness saw this jar? The location, the murder weapon. Allow me to take these. Oh, okay, all of them. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. Very specific angle, I might add, Mr. Wright. Yes, well, knowing this, where could she have seen this jar? Where? The location of the jar is shown in this picture taken on the day of the crime. On the shelf in the office of Damon Gant.
Objection!
The body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. Witness testified so herself.
Objection!
Yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. Eve. The struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room, Chief Gant's office.
Objection!
You implying the murder removed the victim's body. Actually, what? I'm not redoing the blue badger. Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office. Yes. Why would he do that? There's no reason. Exactly. If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. You know what that reason was, Mr. Wright? finally figured it out. This is why Lana tried to stop the trial. Too late to quit now, though. Did Emma kill someone by accident? Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. Next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? It would have to have been the impact the man made when he knocked into the wall. When he was knocked into the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more. If the man was knocked in the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit? Oh, it really is the fence all over again. Ah, the suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword. Yes. So we have three different knife weapons. Since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, it would have had to have been Neil Marshall wielding the knife, the king of prosecutors. No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking. Yes, there's another possibility of what actually transpired in that room. Another possibility. Of course, the perpetrator would have no idea, but nevertheless. Would have had no idea, but nevertheless. I don't know if I can go through this. Right? What's the matter? If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. That moment, I think the man Muskai knocked away was actually a prosecutor Neil Marshall. That seems incredibly unlucky. I mean, Mr. Marshall died because of... Oh! Sorry. Oh my god, sorry baby. I never imagined her testimony would lead. It was the witness who took the victim's life. Sorry, Emma. Then proved so with her own testimony. Unprecedented. What are you saying? Sorry, Mrs. Scott, but given the circumstances, Goldark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to put a crime on her? Imagine that coming from you. Well, it was you who admitted to forging evidence. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it? It's no unprecedented. The witness has actually proven that they were actually the killer multiple times so far. Yeah. Kind of how the game. I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. Hope to have anyone believe your insane allegation. I'm afraid you're going to have Tell me. Have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? Willing to bet you do. Yes. It certainly would be difficult to prove this with evidence. You don't have evidence? Yeah, I do have evidence. Come on, I know where this is. We'll have to rely on testimony. afraid I won't work in this. Both parties involved in the incident are dead. Certainly can't get dead people to testify. Really funny considering. Maya. Maya says hi. Mia says hi. Has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning. Have evidence? Touche, Mrs. Sky. Of course, it only leaves us with one possibility. I mean, there's still another possibility. We can't get dead people to testify. Funniest thing to say when, you know, it's damn well they can if they want to. Yeah. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean, the possibility that the victim has left us a message. For better or for worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. Hey, I've left behind the name of the person who took his life. I don't think this makes a letter. One matter or another. That's impossible. Thomas Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. Message from this is such a message exists. Got to take back to the. So I still have only one just left. The old murderer's name that the victim may have left behind is. I think it's the hand grain. Message from this is already in opposite. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer? Not be mistaken, Mrs. Guy. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There's only one thing we seek. The truth. There is only one truth. No matter how painful it may be. Now then, Mr. Wright. Please show us the piece of evidence. Okay, so I feel like this is probably what they want. But I feel like this makes more sense. But like this game is stupid, it's not gonna go with the one that makes more sense. So I have to figure out how this makes sense. Oh, okay. I do see it. But like, when I look at this, if I'm honest, I see like, kinda, more than letter, like English. I know what the game wants, but I think that's the yes. So. This is the message left by the deceased. Looks like Kana, probably because that's what it was originally. Yeah, but I see, my train of thought was like, looks like Kana, which is probably what it was originally. And if this wasn't meant to be int, then they would have changed it. Because they changed even the passport. The message left by the deceased. That blue badger from right? Oh, is he going to just speak the killer's name? That thing could, I'm sure it would. Why are they showing the blue badger? That is not what I showed. Looks like everyone forgotten jar. Message was left here on the surface of this. What do you look closely? You can see a faint trail of blood on this jar. Whatever. This is fun. Looks like someone wiped the blood away. Are we gonna sprinkle? Yes, but notice. For some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. Yes, there is a line here drawn in blood. What you're saying? That's for once lines. Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. A few precious moments left behind him, behind a mist. Moment left to him behind a mist. One that someone apparently wiped away. Blood must have started with the line changed. Okay, but for some reason. Yeah, because you stole that one, baby. I want to point out where this still haven't even talked about where Detective Goodman was actually. That's crazy. And for what too? Like, why was he? That's his jar, his locker, I think. Was missing that piece. So did Dan just like steal that? Like the stuff in Gun's safe that killed the victim? Nope. The blood must have seen the car with the line changed. Precisely. All we need to do is connect these points. Victim message will, or we can just no. We have the blood revealer. Why are we not using blood revealer? Right. What kind of message did the victim leave? Honor? Believe these blood stains will reveal us the end. Imagine using luminol in this situation where it would obviously. Oh man. Try to connect these dots to make letters. Okay, but I just want also to say, Detective Marshall, whatever. I think this as his like dying message. Why are you like yeah, Emma did it. Clearly she didn't mean whatever. His murderer's name. So how funny it would be given that Emma introduced Phoenix to Luke. Yeah. Defense attorney's duty to prove their clients in. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. Emma. This is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. So strange. Why would you leave a message behind? Tried saving this 14-year-old. Mistook me for the murderer and pushed me away. And I fell on a fence and died. Died. Fuck her, I have to call her out. Like, why? Why? In my last breathing moments, I want revenge on this small girl, I tried to say. Like, were you really this petty, dude? Didn't mean. And like the other guy is a serial murderer. That's call out culture, baby. But I think Prosecutor Marshall was petty. Also, if you guys had just like, hi Autumn, if you guys had just like not tried to cover it up, it would not have brought this much attention to it. Like, imagine in a world where Lana is not a piece of shit to her sister. We're proving a 14-year-old killed someone, yeah. Of all people. And it's still self-defense, like, it's, and she was super minor anyway. Like, it's not even, may not have meant it, but in the end, the one who took the victim's life, Emma Sky. I don't know, if a 14-year-old killed me, I would not leave a dying message behind. You wordy, can't say I didn't warn you. If Emma killed me, I would forgive her. Same here. You've done. To understand the implications of what you've done. I understand that a minor committed a crime accidentally out of self-defense, and there was no way she would ever be convicted as a murderer for this. Your cover-up, not for that reason. Purely because it's useful for your agenda. The message in blood spells out NPWD. No problem, don't worry. But what does that mean? Came in at a good time. What are you talking about? Ro was just sitting there excited, like waiting to jump in and be like, I told you so. Years ago, Joe Dark was dead. He was convicted because of his final murder. I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not? Ah. Yes, were. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to... And you had nothing to do. Not only that, but you forged evidence to ensure his conviction. And whose fault is that? Imagine like the meme of like, you know, the goose Like, and whose fault is that? Okay, let's not call him innocent, just innocent of that murder, right? Come on.
Objection!
But Joe Dog really was a serial murderer, that's undeniable. I'm afraid that's not important. Bro. Devilgan really was. It's just like. I forget what you guys call it. Devil something. I mean, it is kinda important, yeah. Did you know we aren't defenders of justice? Oh, I forgot they changed the voice for the copy of Devil's Advocate, yeah, that's majorly playing Devil's Advocate. What? Barely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter. Even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence, ultimately the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge. Really said, your problem now. I'm the devil's advocate and he says God is shit. Despite what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied. What's going on at the prosecutor's office? They might have said an innocent man to his death. How can he just stay there like it wasn't his fault? Guys. Order, 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 order. Gavels pounding fell on deaf. Able to settle the crowd, the judge declared a reason. This trial's headed, no one knows. Boy. Okay, does anyone have any idea how much longer I have? Why is no one in the gallery giving any fault to the police who were the ones who forged the evidence? God, seriously. Like, do I only have like... Do I have like at least an hour left? The last save before the end. Do I keep going to the end of this case? Or do I have another stream out of this? That's what I'm asking. Dawn of the final day, 72 hours. Trial later, part 2 if that helps. Okay, let's keep going. Is there anything between this and that? Sorry, Edgeworth. Didn't mean to get you in. Don't worry about it. My problem that you. Hope I'm not interrupting any calls. Oh, yes I am. I'll come back later. No, beaten puppy. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Got a lot of nerve ball, making a detective run all around while on duty. Top it off. Call me here. I've seen happier people. I think Atlanta's having you run errands again. Let me tell you, this is the last time, Paul. Here. He asked me to give this to you if there was a break in today's trial. What? Making a detective run around when he has no job. Yeah. Evidence law. Edgeworth was talking about this just the other day. Must know the two of evidence law. Well, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Is that right, Mr. Right? So, please study some evidence law, really. What a passive-aggressive remark of Lana to fucking give Phoenix evidence law book. Also, it's got like a ducky on it, so it's like clearly like for dummies. Here's evidence law for babies. And she made Gumshoe go. The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message because, you know, she's not talking to her defense lawyer. The message? He said, if you're planning to take him on... Lana is the funniest name. Going to need this book. Guess I'll need to give this book a thorough read. It's a good thing I'm gonna definitely be able to access the entire thing. Oh. Evidence law from Mrs. Sky explains the two rules of evidence law. Evidence law security in bucket. Rules for submitting evidence. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. They gave this to us just so we can slap it and be like, They try to pull. And so, you know, this directly implies they're gonna pull some shit. Doesn't look like that book will do you any good now, though. Need the book so we can smack Gant over the head with it, obviously. All that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence. But you're wrong. Huh? Haven't you figured it out yet? Why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat. Despite all these allegations. To Edgeworth. Real trial today hasn't even begun yet. What else is there left to do? Credibility has all been but ruined with this forged evidence you were aware of. I must have found out she's unwittingly caused a man's death. Now, you're telling me you want to do more? You gotta be kidding me, Paul. Missing the point, Detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there. But we're going to expose him. The game really said, let's remind you of what the actual case you're working on is, because it's been a while. I hope you can't hear too much. I am snacking. I haven't had food. I don't think my mic is that good. No matter what it takes. This has hurt too many people. Time to bring it to an end. Court will now reconvene trial of Miss Anaska. Sir Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. The inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for actions. Too good news, Your Honor. That whatever happens at this point, hate on me. Yes, well, ahem. Normally, this is where the prosecution calls for the witness. But, ahem, cough, cough. Isn't easy to say. See, there is some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have, struck a bargain. I think I may have manipulated the witnesses. I didn't say that. But for like all the cases, like we've definitely had cases where this has absolutely happened and you never said anything. I didn't say that, I just implied it, yeah. It's just, you see, everyone has been talking and... Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution. That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses. But there's no precedent for what you're proposing. I believe this is an unusual arrangement. And a very effective one. It will prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? Unbelievable. Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Very well, the defendant accepts the prosecution's proposal. Then it's settled. The defense may now call for the next witness. Okay? You realize this is your last chance? Call the wrong witness. The trial's as good as over. Defense calls. Time's finally come to bring out the real murderer. I mean, obviously, I know who to call, but I'm just like, I wonder what happens if you call any of these. I'm not gonna try though.
Take that!
Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand. The defense calls Bruce Goodman. Name again? What does that have to do with anything? As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gann has first-hand knowledge of the crime. Feel we should hear what he has to say about it. Luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. Would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me anyway. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? True. Alright, bailiff, please escort Mr. Gann to the stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation. What is this? Some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch. Your name and occupation, sir. Gordy, are you sure you wanted to? Name and occupation. Rose said, I come I sit on here by myself, but you dare put me in. So you want to play hardball, eh? Please, Mr. Gant. Please just give your name and occupation, it's all Edgeworth wants. Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police. This case really said a captain. Then, Chief Gant, court requests to hear your testimony. Oh, righto, what's with the grim face? First, let's clear up this SL9 incident. Was wondering why I was hearing Judy cry, but I accidentally closed the door for her. Oh no! Crime fell for you. Oh, you mean that time when Lana's sister murdered that prostitute? Personally, I think it's been pretty clear already. There are still some things unaccounted for. Yeah, like why we have this in our possession. That's gonna come up. Otherwise, we wouldn't have it. Oh, like what? Like the role you played in all of this. Son, either you're very brave or very foolish. You are aware, of course, that a police chief has all kinds of weapons at his... Are you threatening me? Weapons? Sure, take my testimony, for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to. What? Is that true? Afraid so, the chief of police has the right to refuse to testify. Damn. Why is he here, though? He wants to play. Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks. Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial, my ass. Just remember, this turns out to be a big waste of time. Don't say I didn't warn you. Very well. Witness may now begin his testimony. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. See, I had nothing to do with the forgery. Oh, I'm sure. Innocent, you've never done anything wrong. That when Dark was arrested, he was lying on the floor unconscious. When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems Dark bumped his head. How convenient. See, everything seems pretty clear cut. The police chief has the right to refuse to testify. Then I better hit him hard and fast. Let's make him regret his life choice.
Hold it!
As I recall, the ceremony was held at the police department that day. Yes, that's right. I guess you could say I'm a workaholic. After winning his award, Neil was all fired up too. Probably what spooked Dark and made him run away like that. Was the defendant last guy also present in... I don't quite remember. At the very least, she wasn't there when Dark ran for it.
Hold it!
The two of you ran immediately after him, right? That's right. The Dark made it to the elevator. So Neil and I split up. Went upstairs and I went downstairs. I guess you could say he got lucky. What's this about a power outage? Oh, that. That elevator stopped all of a sudden and I got the shock of my life. Well, probably not as shocked as Neil was when that knife went into his heart though. Why are you laughing about this? That's not funny.
Hold it!
Could you tell us what you saw? It was a shocking sight. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know about this one. Neil and that serial killer were lying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together. Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor. Yes, apparently he hit his head and was knocked out. There's more to this. Next to them were those two criminals. I never. And I was cradling Emma in her arms. Back at it now, must have already known what her sister had done.
Hold it!
How can you know that? Because of the victim's body, it had already been. That means found the body near Lana's desk. Right. You said earlier it was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor. Yes. Anyway, people don't actually get stabbed in this game. They just conveniently fall on like sharp things. that are like just left lying around for some.
Hold it!
So you're saying that the forgery had already taken place at the time you arrived at your office? That's exactly what I'm saying. You can understand how Lana must have felt. Removing a body and hiding evidence are inexcusable, no matter what the circumstance. That's how it really went down. Staring at the witness won't do you any good, Mr. Wright. If you're going to stare at anything, better off staring at the courtroom. Wordy, always this stalker. Which piece of evidence I scanned to the forgery? And I did admit to forging evidence. But that can't be the whole thing. Somehow I've got to link hands to the end. Alright. I feel like really pretty. This is safe community. Oh, this. Not this. This. Oh, but that's not, no, not yet. Talking about the other incident. When I say before throwing stuff at him, I recommend a break, by the way. I won't save yet, but if it looks like it's getting hard, I will. Still haven't addressed why love was part of the end. Yeah, I was right the first time. Okay. I should have just gone with my gut. I was like, I think this, but this is game thinks it really had nothing to do with the forgery. Then how do you explain this? What's that? What's that on it? A hint print? You got your explanation, please. I don't know. You tell me, son. Huh? You're righto. Don't you know the second rule of evidence law? Uh-oh, not this again. Evidence law. Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Tell me, how is that right relevant to this trial? Here's the defense was not prepared. Guess it's too early to use this piece of evidence. That's what I thought. Please accept my profound apologies. Do you mind giving the defense another chance? Well, okay, I'll just do this once, but only because you asked, Aji. Thank you. I assure you the defense is terribly sorry. Ha ha ha. Yeah, sorry I didn't tell you. Okay, so I was right. I was right.
Objection!
Claim you had nothing to do with the forgery. But I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up. Explain yourself. Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this list, for example. That's the list Emma Sky drew the picture on. It was discovered in your desk. Not only that, but a piece of this jar was sitting in your office. It was found inside your safe. It was found where? You see, Chief God, articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation. Chief God, what is the meaning of this? Oh. Here's a defense attorney who may even rival Wordy. Do you admit to it then that you were involved in the forgery? Me? What do you mean you? Me? Why would I have anything to do with that? Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence, quote unquote. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorney can go too. That's right, righto.
Objection!
However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation. Forty, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Sure, Dick will receive his due punishment. But what? Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work. Very well. In light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office. I gotta go feed the cats. I'll be right back. Or you know, actually, I get the feeling that there's probably I would have to play a lot longer. Maybe we just save here, call it a day. About my stopping point. Apricot. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. Have a good weekend. I'll see you next week.